Congressman Byron Donald called out Senator Ron Johnson for not falling in line on Trump's big, beautiful bill. Watch.
I love Ron John, and look, I was a proponent of two bills for a long time, because of what we're seeing now. That's why I was a proponent of it. But I just think now we're just too far down the road. It's one bill. That's what we're doing. And that's just because, we got colleagues who start thinking about re-elections. Democrats are running ads. I think the Senate needs to just, at this point, try to improve on some of the spending stuff, make it stronger, make it better, send it back, let's pass it out, let's be done.
Well, look who's here to respond. Senator Ron Johnson himself. Mr. Senator, you don't want one bill, you want to split it. Is that still your position?
Well, the good news is we all want to accomplish the same thing. We all know that federal government spending is completely out of control. Deficits are way too high, and we need to bend that deficit curve down. I've had very productive talks with the president in the White House last Wednesday, yesterday with the vice president. And I think the good news is we're heading in the right direction here.
What would it take to get you to be a yes?
The initial concept was, well, so the initial concept was two bills this year, within the first couple months. I think what we'll probably end up with is do this bill and then do the work. Do the forensic auditing and analysis of every line of the federal budget, the more than 2,600 programs. That's what we're discussing right now, and probably do another bill using the fiscal 2026 budget process, budget reconciliation. So again, we're in those discussions right now. The ball's only been in the Senate court for 1 week, and we're having very productive conversations right now. So again, I'm optimistic, but in the end, we have to address the debt and deficit issue. The good news is that's what all Republicans want to do. We may have different strategies on how to do it, but what we're doing, Stuart, is very hard. Being a Democrat's really easy, right? They spend money, they mortgage our future, they've created these enormous messes, the open border. Biden had average deficits of $1.9 trillion during his 4 years. $1.9 trillion. We're kind of locked into that spending level. We need to figure out how to reduce government spending to a reasonable pre-pandemic level. And it's hard to do.
You've said that if President Trump tries to sway you, it will completely, your words, completely backfire on Trump. What do you mean?
No, if he starts attacking me, which I don't think he's going to do. Listen, we had a really good conversation in the White House. I respect what he's doing. I think he respects me. I'm working with his economic team. I've prepared a report that I've given to Kevin Hassett. They're kind of scrubbing that. I've told them, hey, happy to have him comment or rebut what I'm putting in that report. But bottom line, I'm a business guy. Coming from manufacturing, solved a lot of problems. The first step in solving any problem is admitting you have one, followed immediately by properly defining it. And so that's what my whole effort has been, describing the problem, getting everybody to admit we have it, properly define it, getting everybody on the same page. You're not going to solve the problem if you don't take those first two steps. So that's really what I'm focusing on. Other senators are looking at detailed proposals. I think the Senate will actually improve this bill, as Congressman Byron was talking about. And that's good. That's good news.
You're going to thrash it out this afternoon. There's a meeting of Republican senators, I believe.
We'll make progress. Again, all these discussions, I think, have been heading in the right direction. They really have. Again, we have different senators with different viewpoints, but we all want to accomplish the same thing. What we're doing is very hard to do.
I can tell you, sitting close to Wall Street is just down the road. Wall Street, the economy, they really want a bill passed and would be gravely disappointed if they didn't get it done. Senator Johnson, I hope you can come back and... I'm sorry, I keep interrupting you.
And we all understand that, and we want to do it.
Okay. Come back and see us again. We'd love to see some progress. Thank you, Senator. Always obliged to you. Yes, sir.